Who's hosting this?
All right, so we're back at it with we're gonna go with our top 5 vacation spots in Washington and our top 5 90s toys. This is the Full Brother Cast. I got my brother Travis with me. Travis,
Kenny.
who's with you today?
Me.
Now, who's with you today?
You guys are with us.
No,
Thanks.
I was talking about me, Adam. Hey, everybody, we're here and we're gonna talk.
We're pinging in your ears as loud as we can.
We're talking about some Washington.
Washington, top places to go for a vacation.
What do you got? Washington is where we're from, born and raised in Washington. That's in the upper northwest quadrant of the United States of America. And we're kind of from the boonies / sticks near the mountains. And we're both kind of country boys.
Because thank God I'm a country boy. So,
but not really.
We got the vacation spots for Washington. We're going to check those out. Life ain't nothing but a funny riddle.
But we're ranking them from 5 to 1.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
And now we're going to have to demonetize this because everybody thought that was really John Denver.
All his songs are now legal to use.
How's that?
He's dead.
He doesn't have an estate?
That's what happens now.
No.
Once you die, you can use all their songs.
That's not true.
So beat it. Beat it. I
don't think that's true.
It is. You can do
anything
you want. Absolutely.
We can maybe do some like 1920s music.
No, if you're dead, you can use it. If they're dead, so
you're saying if I kill you right now,
no,
I can use your rap?
Whoa, easy.
No, I got
easy, buddy.
Worked up.
No, but here's mine. Here's another thing that you can sing. You guys, you're welcome for this one.
Got to have faith, faith, faith.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can't think of anything with Prince. I'm trying to get Prince in my head and I can't do it.
There's that Doves Cry song.
When doves cry. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I was thinking of When Eagles Soar, though.
Very different idea.
I had John Denver in my head.
Soar.
It was a John Denver.
This is what it sounds like when the Eagles soar.
It was definitely a Prince John Denver song collab.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I
like it.
Yeah. Okay. So
where would they vacation together in Washington?
They would probably vacation at I don't know. What's Beowulf? Beowulf Lodge.
Beowulf isn't it Wolf?
Wolf Lodge Cowboy.
Beowulf. Brerwolf. So what do you got for your number 5? Top 5 Washington vacations. We're gonna have crossover. I know it.
Okay. Well, I have 7.
You have 7. Okay. Well, you give us your number 7.
I just wrote down though. So here's the first one. Casinos.
Are they ranked? Oh, casinos.
No. This is the same thing Adam did with the whole Super Nintendo thing, where he's like, "Oh, just throw them all together, right?"
I did not do that.
Casinos. Top 5 places to gamble.
You think? It might be the number 1 place to gamble.
When you're on vacation, they've got Clearwater, Little Creek. I'm telling you guys.
Little Water, Clear Creek.
Go to the casino once, then
never return.
No, then spend a bunch of money doing it, and then you'll get for the next year, every month they'll send you, hey, free room Monday through Tuesday or Thursday, Monday through Thursday.
Mr. Belch, you're back. How can we forget you from last time?
So anyway, you got the casino. They'll give you free vouchers, give you free money to play, and you'll just have to spend $1,000 doing it the first time you go there.
So totally worth it.
Totally worth the rest of the year, though. Rest of the year.
You're going to spend 1 day a week at the casino?
Once a month, you'll be able to go to they give you
a free hotel. How
much
does a casino cost,
dude,
to stay a night?
We get the suite.
I'm just asking, how much
$300, $400 free for us to go. We'll just go on a Wednesday and take Jacqueline and we'll go swim around and then we'll go gamble.
Okay, listen. That sounds like a good deal.
Okay, thank you. All right, so casinos, Little Creek, shout out, Clearwater. We saw a Seahawk. We saw Cam Chancellor there. Remember that?
Was he a soaring eagle or a Seahawk?
Yeah, he looked up at us. Remember that? We were all in Mom and Dad's.
We're pretty tall.
No, we were in the top floor and we're looking down and they look up at us.
That at all.
You probably weren't there then. Maybe you weren't there. Were you there? I thought you were there.
I was there last year.
That was it.
I don't remember.
They're
That.
walking-
Maybe I wasn't with you.
They're walking the plank.
Oh, these chairs are really uncomfortable.
Hey guys, if you guys want to sponsor us and throw us some money for the chairs, I'll give you a free sticker.
Tailbone hurts a lot.
Maybe you got to get some more booty.
I do.
All right, casinos. There you go.
I don't have a number 7, so why don't you give us your number 6?
That was a 5. That was
Well,
a 5.
you said you had 7.
I condensed it down, Adam.
We should have a pre-show where we go over this stuff.
No, absolutely not. It's
But
not
we would
fun.
record it. It doesn't have to be funny. We would record it. What are you talking about?
Tell me your 5th one, Adam.
All right, my
Kenny.
number 5. Okay, this is kind of exactly what you just did. The ocean. I have Long Beach. I have Ocean Shores. Lately, so my wife, her parents have a place in Ilwaco, which is by Long Beach.
Milwaukee. You know, I've always wanted to go to Milwaukee,
Yep,
Washington.
it's pretty cool. And you just go to the no. So
you know what's in Oregon?
do I know what's in Oregon?
It's in Oregon. Ilwaco's in Oregon.
No, it's not. It's actually
It's on the border.
No, it's not. It's near the border, but it's in Washington.
Where's it at?
But I was going to say that what's cool about Ilwaco or Long Beach is that you are near the border, so you could go down to Astoria in Oregon, which is pretty nice. And you could even go further down to Cannon Beach if you wanted to. But even at Long Beach or Ocean Shores, you've got some cool places to go. You've got there's always good ice cream. There's good beach walking. There's good trails to go on. There's good food and things to do. It's fun. It's just nice to be out by the ocean. Sometimes it's fresh, salty air.
If you guys have never been on a
That makes
vacation
sense.
before, this is a good place to go. Just like any place on a vacation, you can get your ice cream, go for a nice walk. Adam's not like
No, there's
this.
something about the ice cream at the ocean. There's just something about it. You'll have to go with me on this.
No, I'm not going to go with you there.
See, that's the no. Again, coming from your mouth. You say no a lot. You don't say yes and. You say yes and I like bubblegum ice cream.
We're leaving that in. What do you like, Adam?
Bubble kumquat ice cream.
Great. Now I have to make this explicit.
Anyways. What's your number 4? We're not going to snake this. We're just going to go. What's your number 4? What do you got?
Number 4 is got to be
Bad. It's got to be bold. It's got to be wiser.
Orcas Island.
Orcas Island. Ooh, that's a good choice.
Orcas Island because you kind of get away from everything.
Oh, you want to get away from anything. So if you want to go on vacation, like if you just want to get away.
Yeah, and you can go on the ferry and you're getting far away from everything else.
Oh, like a vacation.
But you're like on an island. Plus, you're like, hey, if Mount Rainier explodes or there's an earthquake,
We're
I'm
safe.
probably fine. But yeah, I like Orcas
So
Island.
that's why you like
That's
Orcas
the
Island.
best.
So you're out of.
It's just less stress.
You're just out of Mount Rainier's.
Just less stress.
Out of Mount Rainier's
Yeah. I
perimeter.
like
of,
Spokane too.
really the top selling point. Like my wife was telling me how much fun we could have kayaking and seeing the sights and climbing the mountain, but then she said Mount Rainier might not erupt on us, and I was sold.
I like also Tri-Cities area and anything else in the 4 corners away from Mount Rainier.
Hey, let's see. Okay, so you're done with Orcas. That's all you wanted to say about Orcas Island.
Orcas Island, there's a lot to do. Cliff jumping. I jumped the highest cliff I've ever jumped off of. It was 70 feet in the air. It had to be, it had to be 70 feet in the air. Absolutely insane. I jumped and I fell, and I thought I'd hit the water I think I was in the air for half an hour. It felt like I was going to hit the water at any moment, and I never did. And then I'm like, is this going to, and I looked down, and I'm like, I'm still far away from the water. I remember thinking that, and then I closed my eyes, and then wham, smacked my leg so dang hard, I had bruises on my arse for weeks. It hurt. Gave myself an enema. Just kidding, I didn't. But it hit so hard.
That's a really good story. All right, so my number 4 is Blue Lake.
Oh, why is it so good, Adam? Because you get away from it.
Because you get a good way. You know what they have? They have ice cream. It ain't vacation without ice cream.
You can walk. You can go to walk if you want.
It's really cool. They got it's not your backyard.
What was the most disappointing story about Blue Lake in your life?
Most disappointing story about Blue Lake?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Going to Blue Lake. No, was when Aaron and Craig were like, dude, we walked along the side of the cliff and it was like 2 feet, it was like 1 foot, like we're like rubbing against it. It's like, dude, we get there and it's like freaking 4 feet across.
It's still scary.
No, it wasn't.
I was scared.
You'd fall like 60 feet and die.
I was scared. I was really scared.
Anyway.
But no, Blue Lake.
Why did you like it?
Why didn't I like it?
Why did you like it?
Why did I like it? Well, okay, so I don't really care much for fishing. Fishing's fine, but I liked.
As a guy is wearing a fishing hat.
Listen, I told my wife when she got this from me, I said, "I'm not a fisherman."
He literally has a logo of a fish on his hat.
It's a Patagonia hat, and she reassured me. She said, "It's Patagonia. People will recognize that as a Patagonia hat rather than a fishing hat."
He's sitting here in a flannel. He looks like he would go fishing at any moment right now. Like if someone walked in the door, he's even got shoes on that you could probably get dirty in, and it's okay.
It's true. They're comfortable. They're built for comfort. Well, okay, listen. I'm a fraud.
Why do you like Blue Lake? You're not a fisherman, but
I liked the being able to I liked staying in the little resort house things, and I liked going walking down to
that was fun. The freedom
of it. Yeah, that freedom of walking down to the little shop at the end of the road and getting some candy or getting whatever, like ice cream or something fun like that. And then playing
big ice cream guy over here.
Playing poker with our cousins
playing
for candy and ice cream and eating ice cream while you're doing it. And I really like ice cream. It's really fun.
My parents never bought us ice cream unless we went on vacation, it sounds like.
But the ice cream is really good. But
so dumb.
That was fun. Do you remember that time when people were friendly? I remember setting up a tent and stuff, but I also remember there's a little volleyball court area. I remember just playing volleyball with strangers. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was really fun. And it was I just remember the sort of the warmth of Eastern Washington with the sort of twilight hours, walking around, wearing a sweatshirt because it's a little bit chilly.
Oh yeah.
Wearing shorts though.
We talked about this for video games.
That vacation. This is the ice cream.
We talked about this for Super Nintendo. What music reminds you of those Blue Lake trips? Do you remember anything?
No.
Idle King and SS Mob for me.
That would do it.
Yeah.
I could see that.
All right. So
that was my number 4, Blue Lake. It's a really, really
great place to go.
It's a great little spot.
Here's the thing.
Go as a couple, go as a small family.
This is why I enjoyed it. Blue Lake is not on my list, but here's why I'll tell you why I enjoyed it. Because when we used to go fishing with my dad, we would have to pull the boat out anywhere, off of a truck, out of a truck, whatever. Blue Lake, you would just do it once. You would tie it up.
Yeah.
And then you would go and just enjoy your weekend and then come back and load it up. When you did this thing, when you did it for, went to Deep Lake, and I'm not talking Deep Lake, Enumclaw, I meant Deep Lake, Sun Lakes area, or you would go anywhere to the potholes or to not potholes, but what was
Hampton,
and it would just be
Lenore.
You gotta lug this boat off and put the boat back on. Here, it's just everything just sits in there. It's good.
Yeah,
that's what I enjoyed. Laziness, and I think we had some ice cream.
I believe laziness is next to godliness.
Yes, it is. Laziness
is what I long for. Anyways,
homelessness. All right, so.
We're on to number 3, I think, right? Yeah.
Lake Chelan. Now, here's the thing about Lake Chelan. This is pre-Uncle Don. We've had some good times with Uncle Don's place, but when I went to Chelan, it was with Eric and with Matt and with Jesse. Adam knows Jesse. Had a big crush on her growing up. We're gonna try to make that a theme every time we talk about these things. We should rank crushes one of these days. I'll rank yours. And Jesse Madrid and Tiffany McCoy. We would go with Jake Qualls. It was just a fun time. Ryan Hosman.
You are not afraid of dropping names on this podcast.
This is the thing. No one's going to listen to this. First thing. Secondly, it's the truth. And Andy Reimel and Russ Reimel would drive us around, and it was a lot of fun. And I used a lot of ands there. But that's not even what I'm talking about. Okay?
No.
I'm talking about Chelan. So my first marriage, we went there in the winter, and I'd never experienced Chelan in the winter. Awesome. There's snow. There's that's it. That you can make ice cream out of. You can just pile of
Sounds awesome.
No, they had this like snow, like shut down a street. In fact, one of my friends on Instagram, whatever, posted, or Facebook posted on it. Alicia had posted that there was this. They shut down the street and they put all of the snow, kind of like they pile it into the street, and then they put these rails on it, and people just snowboard and they have these competitions.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really sweet. But the apple,
that's gnar, bro.
yeah, it's sick, man.
It's sick.
Yeah, it's sick, bro. And then what we do, but I'm telling you, the best bacon I ever had.
The best what?
Bacon I've ever had.
That is a picnic.
The best picnic I ever had.
Please tell me.
It's an ice cream picnic. I had bacon. There was bacon for breakfast.
So you're gonna talk about bacon with all of yours, and I'm talking about ice cream with all of mine. Listen, I'm talking about vacations, but let me tell you about bacon.
It didn't make the list, but Leavenworth had some great bacon too. Okay, that's an honorable mention. But bacon at this restaurant in Chelan is great. You have to find it. It's good stuff.
Is it okay? So Chelan has some nice. There's the Apple Cup Diner. Was that it?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Because there's also the Blueberry Hills one over on the Manson side.
No, I had the Apple Cup Theater.
Okay. Diner, I think is what it's called.
Well, they had a theater too.
I don't think so.
I made that up.
Okay. So my number 3 ice cream is ice cream. The way it just melts.
You were so dumb.
My number 3 vacation spot is also Chelan.
You really?
Yeah, we had a number 3 crossover there. So number 3, Chelan.
That's a unanimous earthquake. This is
Boom.
Whoa. We'll do a ghost one. Let's do a ghost one. Ooh, a unanimous decision.
And the thing that I like about Chelan was when I went on that trip with Eric and Matt, and let me name drop everybody in my entire life. No, I didn't go with them.
Oh, you left out Jesse Madrid.
And Jesse Madrid. So when I went, the times I've gone has been with my family when Uncle Don had his cabin, and he still does over there. It's just a fun place to stay at his place. His place is awesome. That's part of what's fun about it. But also, yeah, everything you said about Chelan, like going on the boat and stuff. We've gone on. I've been there for a couple of different bachelor parties, and that's fun. We had a very fun experience on a pontoon boat once, and we had a very horrible experience on a pontoon boat once. But anyways, that doesn't matter. But what are you doing?
I got mentioned by Michael Bentler in a Facebook post for our 20th reunion that he will only pay $50 if I go topless, which I'll take a cut of that. I just said that right then and there. What happened in the pontoon boat that was crazy? Would you mind elaborating on that?
Not really.
What, it was like sinking or something? Like
that happened the first time, yeah.
The
Sinking.
The funny thing is, I'm not going to say it. All right, so
anyway, but I've also gone with my wife and the Posies, our friends the Posies. We've gone there a couple times. It's been a lot of fun. It's nice wineries there.
Funsies.
It's funsies with the Posies.
You with the Posies, with the funsies.
It's funsies, and you should goes. It's because it's real good times. But the wineries also.
The wineries and the funsies.
The wineries.
Oh, you're funny.
And it's good.
Some good stuff. Okay. Are we done with your Chelan?
Yeah, we are.
They have a casino there.
I know. It's on the Manson side. I haven't gone in a while.
Okay. My number two would be the ocean. That would be Long Beach or Ocean Shores, mostly Ocean Shores. Great stuff. Here's why.
Great waffle cones.
You can walk anywhere, and then you can get ice cream.
Get the double scoop.
But Ocean Shores has a little special place in my heart because we spent several summers as high school people there. You, me, Eric Madrid. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, the days of being a high school person. We were high school people once.
We were high school people. No, we would go there and then we'd play. We would play. Putt.
Yeah.
And we would go and play that arcade zone. That had the
the
football
arcade
thing,
was
the
cool.
clowns,
the
clowns.
go-karts and the bumper boats.
Dude, go-karts at the ocean, greatest thing in the world. Greatest two pairings in the world. I don't know how. Yeah. That's like the only place where you could find go-karts, though, was if you went to Long Beach or Ocean Shores.
It's the greatest thing in the world. I would argue the ice cream.
The ice cream is good. They have some great ice cream parlors there. But eating around there, getting a crab or getting fish and chips and bringing it back to the room.
Ice cream.
Absolutely. There's ice cream there. You get the shake, which is also ice cream.
Not quite.
But yeah, no, Ocean Shores is great. And then you could go to the beach, finding little fireworks that were like, we would go there after some sort of 4th of July weekend. And I remember just searching the beach. I think it was Long Beach, but it was with Uncle Joe and Jason and I think you. I tore up my friggin' foot because of Jason.
Oh, good times.
Off of a moped. Where can you drive a moped? Oh, I know. You can drive it at the ocean. Or with Christy Peterson and Dusty Peterson at the airport that they used to be at with their parents, and I wrecked that one too. The two major catastrophes I've ever gotten in an accident, besides with Aaron Mayer and Jerry Streeter, dropping names, was the moped one, where it would just, I wiped out on a moped. Too much ice cream.
I can't believe how often you mention people's names in this podcast.
I do that now because you said it. Now I'm going to do it for everything.
Perfect.
Adam Kenny.
Great. I don't want people to know I'm on this.
Adam Robert Kenny.
My number 2 is probably your number 1. My number 2 is Sun Lakes.
I hate Sun Lakes. Get it out of here. Just kidding. It's good stuff.
Sun Lakes has everything you could want. What's happening? Oh,
this is exactly what I thought when Adam said, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, let's rank the top 5 places that you go for vacation." I'm like,
it's got lakes.
We're gonna have the same list, and we can do the same things at each one.
It's got sun. It's got pools. It's got
bun.
Are
you doing a poem?
No, I'm just listing the things it has.
You got golf. It's a fun golf course too. Sadie.
Yeah, good golf course where I got nailed by a golf ball by Sadie.
Ripped your kneecap in half. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I should not have been standing where I was standing at a 90-degree angle.
You were like 30 feet away, and it's just, she hit this golf ball,
right
and
into my
just... like a heat-seeking like golf ball for kneecaps, and just pegged. You just dropped. You dropped your ice cream. It was great.
I only wish.
But see, okay,
what?
You go.
So I was just gonna say, Sun Lake's super fun. I mean, so many memories. Really, the thing about Sun Lakes that's great is in that same sort of Blue Lake way of that freedom. You feel like you just have a freedom, like you have that little house, little trailer or whatever you're renting. And then you can get on your bike, ride around. You can go walk down to the water. You can go walk down to the shop and get like some atomic fireballs.
We rode our bikes all the way to Deep Lake.
Oh, it was just fun. It just felt free. And there's nothing like that feeling of just palling around with your brother.
Being best friends.
Getting your buttons pushed.
You getting angry, sweaty fights.
It's just such a good time, and it is totally memories. It's like you think of childhood vacation, that was it. So like all those things that you experience as a kid that make childhood special because you're experiencing new things and all those things that like stick with you your whole life. That for me, Sun Lakes encompasses a lot of that.
And that's why it's my number 1.
Yeah.
We're just going to go to me because I was next up anyways. Sun Lakes, number 1.
Preach.
I was going to say Richland. Nope. I was going to say Wenatchee. Why? I was going to say Spokane. It's a place, but I went with Sun Lakes. And here's the reason I went with Sun Lakes. I almost went with Enumclaw too. Enumclaw is a great place to just pal around with your bros. But if you're looking to get away from it all, you want good ice cream. You go to Sun Lakes, you can fish, you can swim. This has a lot of nostalgia for me. They had the sweetest golf putt-putt area when you were a kid. It had the volcano that you hated so much, but it was fun. You could hit the ball in to the loop-de-loop. You could hit the ball at the very end and maybe win a free game if you got it in. You never did, but you could have. Did you ever get it in?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So
maybe once.
It had the scariest thing I've ever had happen to me.
Yeah, it's when you were almost drowning in the pool.
It's scarier than that. But yes, I almost drowned in a pool.
I don't know.
I got locked in a bathroom.
Oh, that's right.
Those bathroom, like you'd go into the bathroom and then it would have like another bathroom, like a stall, and the paint, they would just paint over it and keep paint, and finally the paint would just rub against each other, where if you tried shutting it, it got stuck. I freaked out. I couldn't open the door. I thought my parents were going to leave me at Sun Lakes. I would be stuck there the rest of my life, which looking back on it now sounds amazing. Why did I love that? But yeah, that's just,
I don't know. You don't know. You don't know what you want.
Sun Lakes, we would ride our bikes, and it was like, oh, we're going to ride our bikes to Deep Lake. You know, we'd ride and we'd ride and we'd ride and we'd ride. And you think, oh, we're almost there. Oh, no, there's the first cutoff to the first lake. I got my first horsefly bite on my cheek. It sucked. I barbecued my first outdoor chicken. That sucked. What else?
It was fun to just go there with
good ice cream
with family as well. We would usually go with either the centers, or on occasion we would also be joined by the mountains and some of the Kenny side.
Yes, we camped at one time, and let me tell you, they call it Sun Lakes, but we always know what it's really called deep down by the people that have been there. It's Wind Lakes.
Oh yeah, it gets windy.
So friggin' windy.
Yeah, friggin' windy.
It's the worst. So go there.
That's a great place. Actually, I do want to go there, and maybe sometime this year. That'd be fun.
Well, like a family or just you?
Just me. I'm going to ride my bike there. It'll be really fun. Crossing the Columbia River on my bike. My number one, mostly because I really enjoyed it in my adult life, is Orcas Island. I went there on my honeymoon, and we had the time of our lives.
Oh, did you get away from it all? Is it just a good place to go away?
No.
Why'd you make fun of me when I said
we went into it all.
Okay.
I gotta stop talking.
Cool. We've all had honeymoons, Adam. What? But yes, that must be really fun at Orcas to have a honeymoon there as well.
So anyways, but Orcas Island is pretty fun. Even though the lady at the toll booth she got angry at me. She was like, it's going to be 68.7 or something like that.
And you're like this. You mean 69. It's my honeymoon.
Stop. I gave her a $20 bill, and she looks at me. I'm like, 1687? She goes, 68.7. So I was like, oh boy. So I gave her.
I still don't know what that is.
So I gave her some ice cream.
It was 68.7?
It was like $68.07 or something like that. I thought she meant 16. I thought she said 16.
To ride the ferry?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, but it's a round trip.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Way better.
Yeah, it's not bad. But anyways, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's got a great community. Awesome. We had a horrible thing happen, which my car, the alternator went out when I was there. And so we had to go to Napa and get a part on order. And of course they're on an island. And so we had to wait until Wednesday to get it. And we were there on Saturday or something like that. So we were just walking around a lot. They charged my
You walk
car
around?
Yeah, but
it's
we were
vacation.
It was fun, but we were staying in a totally different spot than where we were wanting to walk to and go and stuff. And so it was difficult, but it did make the vacation or the honeymoon more interesting in many ways and more memorable. And we saw things that we wouldn't have seen. And yeah, it was actually a really, really cool, fun time. And it is a beautiful, beautiful place.
Let me tell you, dude, that honeymoon?
Yeah.
You ain't doing too much walking. Am I right? Anyway, Eric Madrid got married there, and it is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Right over the sea. You can see it. It was absolutely beautiful and amazing. And Jake Qualls, he was the one that
oh boy.
He was the officiant, Brian Hosman. I didn't make it. Eric Madrid's gonna listen to this, he's gonna go, dang it, Travis, you should have made it.
What's going on over there?
I'm trying to grab this.
What did you do?
All right, back.
All right, so we're on to our next.
Top 5 90s toys.
Hold on. We're going to take a quick break. And we're back with our top 5 90s toys.
Top 5 90s toys. I went first last time. It ended on me. I did the number 1 first.
No, yeah, so it didn't end on you.
Right. What I'm saying is, okay, so you go first this time.
Okay. So we grew up in the 90s. We saw our fair share of toys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my setup for this. So my number 5 is Pogs.
Dude, I almost put it on there. I didn't know.
Pogs took, and I'm going to have some honorable mentions as well, but Pogs took over our school when I was in like 6th grade.
Pogs are so cool.
They eventually got outlawed.
I wish I could find mine. Do you know where yours are?
I think I have a tube of Pogs in Mom and Dad's attic.
Find it for me.
I should. Pogs, if you don't know, is a really stupid game where you wager some little cardboard circles and then you slam them and then you get whatever you flipped over.
What was your slammer?
I had 2. I had one that was actually a good, like, heavy, thin one, which I think probably would have been better. But I always used this, like, thick plastic one, which wasn't as heavy. Mm-hmm. I just had, like, 2 different ones. I think my thick plastic one said something like Jesus Saves or something like that on it.
Sounds cool.
It was very Christian.
I had a very cool one as well. I had the typical 90s big, thick, fat and heavy Magic 8 Ball that was holographic.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Holographic one. What up?
That's cool. Yeah, Pogs was interesting and fun in the way that like maybe a collectible card game or something like that's fun. It's just like it was just fun to see the different like Pogs. And it was fun to like win Pogs off your friends, and it sucked when you lost some of your favorite Pogs to your friends, and that's why they had to get rid of it, like outlaw it from school. Right. But it's a really cool toy. It's not even really a toy. I don't even know what to describe. It's like a game, but it's noteworthy, and it reminds me of my childhood, and so that's why it's my number 5.
I like it. It's good. It almost made my list. It didn't know because this is what made it instead. Micro machines. You'll get Micro machines. That was my Micro Machines guy.
That was really good. So my number 4 then, because you said everything you wanted to say about Micro Machines. You said it really fast.
It's good one.
Thank you.
I loved Micro Machines. They were sweet. They were cool. You could put your finger on one and drive it around. Way easier than putting your whole entire hand on it and trying to move it around.
True.
But yeah, Micro Machines had like cool everything. It was cool to see just a small ass car. So I love Micro Machines. I love the commercials. And that's it. Go.
That's cool. I don't think I ever had Micro Machines. You must have had some that I didn't play with. My number 4 is the Super Soaker.
Okay.
Super Soakers were the bomb. And I don't think there's anything about them that makes them that much more special than a normal water gun, except that they're called a Super Soaker.
No, they were cool because they
were cool. They had
it may not be on mine.
They had a big reservoir. It may not be
on mine, but if it is, we may talk more about it.
Okay, they had a big reservoir of water, which was really cool.
And it didn't break.
And yeah, it was nice, and it was like rifle sized.
It wasn't a cheap plastic piece of crap.
You'd pump it up, and then you'd shoot with it.
Yeah.
So it was like, it wasn't. You're right. It's not the same as those little pistols that you'd have to dunk underwater to fill and stuff.
Dude, and then trying to get it underneath the faucet, and then have the little like plastic tab thing that would float back into it and start spraying you. You'd get even wetter getting hit by trying to load up some friggin' plastic. Yeah, Super Soaker is great.
Super Soaker was my number 4.
I love it. I completely agree. But you know what it is? It's either Nerf or nothing. And for me,
Nerf is good.
Nerf was it. And this is kind of like my, the Mario. What was the one with all the Mario games on it?
Oh, Mario All-Stars.
Mario All-Stars. This is Nerf All-Stars. Whether it was a Nerf football, whether it was a Nerf gun, whether it was a Nerf Ghostbuster pack thing that you would, that had the little like, Nerf used to have but they had the swords. And the Nerf swords were legit because it would have little tabs around the hands, and you'd have to stab at that person's hand. And if you knocked that through, then, you'd have to knock the rest of them. But you would, that's how you beat them.
Yeah.
Nerf was so much fun.
Nerf was very cool. And they knew how to market to kids. Like it was like, you know what these kids want? Guns.
Yeah.
Let's get guns in the hands of kids.
Did you know the guy who created Nerf? I watched this. He was a kicker in the NFL, and he created his own Nerf ball to help practice because his foot was hurting so much because he was kicking these leather balls.
That's smart.
And so he created this, and then it was like it caught on, and then he just started selling them.
What was his name? Bill Nerf.
No, it wasn't even it had nothing to do with his name or anything, which is crazy.
Huh. That's a cool story, and I like
feel
Nerfs.
like you thought it was.
I think my favorite Nerf. Yeah, it's a really cool anecdote that.
Thanks, bro.
But I had the Nerf gun that had like the chain gun. It was like a machine gun.
Yes,
that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Nerf. That was really cool.
Did you like the darts? Like the thing that would.
The thing about the darts, though, well, yeah, except that you'd lose like half of them in the first day.
I hated them. I'm like, just give me like Nerf so I can just peg someone in the face. It's great.
Well, I liked them. I liked that they would stick.
I completely disagree.
My number 3 is radio controlled cars.
That was on my list. I took it off, but go.
So I mean, we never really had a lot of them, but I had one that I really liked, which was this one that it was this little small thing that if you had it on a flat surface, it would like it had tank control, so you could press forward with one and backward with the other. But it was so fast and nimble, and the way it was designed
and quick.
Did it? You knew in a minute. It must be Saint Nick. No, but you would. Anyways, it would you jam on those controls, and it would do this like crazy thing where it'd spin on one wheel, and like you could do all these like flips with it and stuff. It was really, really cool. I really enjoyed that, and I remember like we'd get the wish book around Christmas, and I would look at all the radio controlled cars and be like, man, I wish I had that. I want
80s.
that. I want
that's
this.
80s. Wish book is 80s. We can't bring.
No, that's 90s. That's 90s. I remember that when I was like 10.
Okay.
They still have the wish book. They do. It's like
face.
They have like an Amazon. They have an Amazon wish book now, but yeah. So, anyways, radio controlled cars.
The worst radio controlled cards. What are they?
Radio controlled cards.
The cars. Stop, dude, Mister. Like that's the yeah. Anyway, radio controlled cars.
You made fun of the way I said something earlier.
Yeah. Anyway, what was the worst? When it wasn't like a radio control car.
I'd say it was
when it was attached
like
to
a tethered one.
Yeah, and you had to walk around with it. Like, what's the point? I'm like walking this dog.
Yeah, those are the worst. And I also didn't like the ones that had the wheel on the side, even though those were probably really good. Just because I didn't feel like I could actually control it the way I wanted to with that thing.
I loved those.
I know.
Those are so good.
I think I'm the odd one out on that one. Pull the trigger and spin the wheel.
So, number 3 to me. Hot Wheels color effects.
Ooh.
And those were the ones that you would get hot water to cold water to hot water, change the paint up.
Yes.
So much fun. So cool. You'd hold it in your hand and warm it up. You try to get the white to match the pink, and it wasn't so much that it was just a fun car. It was just the fact that the paint changed and you could make it change.
Yeah, that's really cool. I totally forgot about those. And I was kind of wondering after you said Micro Machines if Hot Wheels is going to make your list, but the fact that you did those specific ones, yeah, very good memory.
Makes sense.
My number 2.
Hey, wait,
what's up?
Can we like dap real quick? I thought that was like a brother moment, like just dap.
Is that dap?
What a dap? That's a pound. Let's just do that again. There we go. Very better.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
So my number 2 is Tiger Electronic handhelds.
Yes.
I loved those things.
Yes.
Because they had there was the baseball one.
Yep.
There were the video poker ones. There was the
fish one.
Yeah. There was.
Cast it.
Yeah, you would cast it, and I forgot about that one. There was the one with I think Jason had it, and we, for whatever reason, walked away with it from Grandpa Kenny's, and it had it's like a double wrestling or fighting. Yeah, it's like a fighting style one. And then, you were trying to get past groups.
They had race car ones. You could bounce it forward.
There was I think somebody on the school bus had a Little Mermaid one, and for some reason that sticks out in my mind.
That one.
But there was, it was just those. There's something unique about those that just take me right back to being a kid. I think part of it is that I don't remember them that well, well enough to but I remember being sucked into them, and so there's this weird part of my memory that really lashes onto that, but also there's a mystery to them in a weird way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tiger Electronics were you don't really see them as much anymore.
No.
Because technology is actually way better
Game
now.
Boys and cool stuff.
Exactly.
Number 2 for me.
My number 2.
I like that. It's a good one.
What's up?
Super Soaker 50.
Ooh, yeah.
The Super
That's
Soaker
the yellow
50
and green.
was the number one. It's
Yeah.
the first one. And it had, I looked it up. If you have one, it's $10 on eBay and up to $50 on eBay.
Whoa. We have one.
I thought it'd be more than that. It's the original. It's the greatest invention for when you're a kid and it's the summer and you got these pistols that they just hurt your fingers. They pinch your fingers. And it's like the regular piece of crap.
Yeah, the
dollar
trigger is
store-
like a bullet on your
Yeah,
finger.
it just hurts and it just cuts into you. And you're trying to squeeze hard and maybe you get like 15 pumps and it's empty. And you're like, is this even fun? Give me some water balloons. Give me a water bomb. Give me something else, by the way. Shout out to the 90s on that one.
Oh, yeah, those water balloon grenades.
Yeah.
The best.
But you just shoot, and it's done. Or it would break, or you'd fall, and it would shatter in your hand, and then it sucked. But the Super Soaker, dude, you could hit people from like 20 feet away. You could just pump that up. You didn't have to completely like refill it every 10 seconds. Your fingers didn't hurt. It was great. It was a great invention, and whoever did it is like the greatest guy in the world. What's your number 2?
You sold me. My number 1, I think, is what we're on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my number 1 is I was a big fan of this franchise as a kid, and I had quite a collection of these. And this would be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow,
action
that was
figures.
a good one. Yeah. Keep going.
I think what it was for me, of course, there's like the imagination of like playing with your action figures, but like that franchise was so cool because it had so many interesting characters. They always came out with weird, different designs for the like new toys. So there was like the ones that you could mutate from a little turtle into a big Ninja Turtle, the ones that you could put underwater, or the ones that you could make spin on something, or I don't know. There was just always something different, and there was the vehicles that they had with them as well. And so for me at that age, it was like I just wanted those action figures, and I think they weren't that expensive. I think they were like $8 or $7, something like that at the time. But there was I don't remember buying them, but I remember getting them as gifts. I remember at Christmas though, there was like a big box. Ooh. And I opened it up, and inside the box there were like 4 different action figures from Ninja Turtles.
I still got mine. It's in a package. I don't have it hanging
really?
up. I got a Donatello.
Nice.
Back in the 80s or early 90s. That was it. But you had one of the coolest things was the bubble bomber that you would load them up. And it would make this like whirring.
It was like a jet type thing.
And it would smell. You had this smell that you're like
it's like sulfuric.
Like this thing's going to blow up in my hands at any moment. But
it dropped like these smoke bombs, which are just bubbles with like smoke inside.
You know what? Before we get into mine, let's talk about how great the commercials were for those things. They would make that thing, here comes the smoke bomb, plow, and what was AC/DC? What was their name? What were those two guys' names? The
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady. Oh, Bebop got blasted.
Oh, seriously.
And you would just
because I feel like when you actually get them,
right,
your imagination is never quite as great as the marketers.
Oh, dude, the marketers knew how to just push your buttons.
You're like, oh, whoa, it is almost like Bebop just body slammed Michelangelo. And then you get them and you're like,
yeah. I
just kind of like to look at them and move their arms and legs.
Yeah. Or just look at them or keep them in the box. I love playing with them or keep them in the box. Awesome. All right. My number 1 has been said. That was your number 1, right?
That was my number 1.
My number 1 has been said. Tiger Electronics.
Yes.
It's so good. Hitting a home run. Beep, 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 beep.
Yes.
But the one game that you didn't mention, which was the greatest game to ever play on Tiger Electronics, Jordan versus Bird.
Yes.
The greatest Tiger Electronic game in the history of the world. Jordan versus Bird. Black versus white. Short versus tall. Kind of. They're both kind of tall.
East versus
You'd
East.
have dunker and shooter versus pure shooter and layupper. And it was great. And it was I think Jordan versus Bird. I don't know if it's spun off of the McDonald's commercials where they would say off the backboard, off the net, they would say off the net, off the backboard, off the scoreboard, down the aisle, nothing but net. And then, so I don't know if Jordan versus Bird was before that and then McDonald's jumped onto it.
That's
or if
interesting.
McDonald's did it first and then they're like, hey, we could make a game out of this. That's kind of fun and funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway.
It's a good question.
I want to do a hard recommend before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Toys That Made Us, Netflix documentary. It tells you how they were made, tells you what they were made. It goes well with this. Let's do some honorable mentions.
Yeah. So I have a few. I have a Cush Ball.
Cush Ball, yes.
Cush Ball is although that may have come out in the 80s. I don't know. And then there's GAC.
Okay, so I was going to put GAC too because I had GAC down. I had Pogs down as well. GAC was great. You can make it fart. You can make it, and then you keep going. I got
Okay. Bop It.
Bop It.
That was kind of like a late 90s.
Late 90s. And here's the thing: we're early 90s kids for the most part.
Yeah. But Bop It was always addictive whenever you had that. At like Uncle Rob's, I think he had that. And then for me personally, like a lot of kids liked Connects and a lot of kids liked Legos and stuff. But I liked this thing called Constructs, which was
so they had that. Okay, I kind of did a little research on this. But, but Connects
was not the one I liked as much. That was like Aaron Center loved Connects. I liked Constructs. Which was like the little nodes that you would put in these bars and stuff. I don't know. You'd build something up, but it would be less skeleton looking and more like concrete looking.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters action figures. The whole proton pack, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the proton pack, or actually to have the where you could slide the thing that would capture them at the end. That thing was so sick. So sick, bro. So sick. But here's the number one thing that I think is on almost made my top one, but I took it off because it's just so like, but you think about it, you go, oh, that's right. Basketball hoops that would hang from your door frame.
Those were so fun.
Basketball hoops that would hang from your door frame that you could just shoot from everywhere. You would dunk on it. We even had one that would, it had that little toggle in the middle that would make a noise if you made it. And dude, I'm telling you, that was my number one honorable mention. I also was thinking of just those random toys that you're like, how did I get this? And I was thinking of that pizza floppy thing that we just spin around. It was a big rubbery thing. It's like, where did we get this?
I think I got that for Easter one year or something like that. There was also like those little, to bring it full circle, those ice cream cones that you could pop at people.
Oh yeah, pop at people. Yeah. Even I was thinking of the Velcro paddles, paddles that you throw back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Dude, guys, we are amazing.
Gosh, we're so cool.
We had a rubber band gun too. It was sweet.
Oh, the rubber band gun was really cool too.
All right, everyone, thanks for listening. We want to know about your favorite vacations. If we've left our places to go, if we've left something off, please let us know. If we also let us know your favorite 90s. It was an 80s one. I almost put it on there. I had to actually search it. I'm like, is this 90s? It was the punchy monster puppet thing that's on Big. Yeah. And we had that too. That's 87, so we couldn't use it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, tell us your favorite toys, favorite 90s toys, and we want to know.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
And have some ice cream.